Journalism is one of the pillars of a democratic country. It serves as our eyes and mouth that inform and keep us aware of what is happening around us, whether in small issues to the nearby barangays or cities, up to the biggest and most controversial national and governmental issues. It also gives the transparency between the government and the people for us to know who are the government officials that we should hold accountable. But what if those eyes were forced to be blindfolded and those mouths were forced to shut? Where are we going to seek for a reliable and truthful information? What will you do? Will you have the courage to fight and free? Or will you allow those tyrants to reign and manipulate everything around us? It is not concealed from our knowledge the left and right attacks on our mass media today. The recent attacks includes the shutdown of the broadcast network ABS-CBN, Rappler controversial libel case, the vague provision of the Anti-Terrorism Act of 2020 that could make media practitioners vulnerable to wrongful charges, and the attacks on national and regional news organizations both online and offline, all of which were threatened by legal and coercive repercussions. Those events could have a chilling effect on the Philippine mass media and the freedom of the press in general. Because of the fear of ending as the same fate as those media organizations, some media practitioners will become very careful and will not become critical anymore. Professor Danilo Araw of the University of the Philippines said that self-censorship and pro-government gatekeeping may happen, affecting mainly the quality of reportage by some legitimate news organizations. And if it becomes worse, not only our press would be in jeopardy, but the democracy would be in the brink of collapse too. That may sound an exaggeration, but that is the way it is. There's this one scene from the documentary A Thousand Cuts that made me come up with that notion. It is when Reza asked her colleague if how she was doing, and her response was, "I was enjoying the last days of the democracy." That line gave me a good laugh, but on the other hand, it stroked me really hard and made me ponder about it. Come to think of it, what if they have successfully conquered the press and the media? Like what happened on the darkest days of Marcos' regime, wherein through force and social regimentation, they have completely overtaken the control in our media, in our free press, in our democracy. Everything it was being watched. Everything is manipulated. Everything was on their heads. We all know that it is not possible to happen again. They are on the move. They are slowly attacking and slowly killing the democracy little by little, cuts by cuts, 1,000 cuts. And if these attacks on our rights persist, and if all of us get swayed by the fear and we embrace the threats that they have imposed on us, there is a possibility that our democratic rights will be left in jeopardy. There will be no brave and principled people that will fearlessly oppose the wrongdoings of this administration. Do not be shocked if that hilarious statement comes into reality. The democracy that we are all enjoying will be slowly marching to its end in the succeeding years, months, or even days. We'll just woke up and realize that we'll not be able to enjoy the blessings of the democracy anymore. But yeah, the decision is still in our hands. One wrong move would surely peril the democracy that our ancestors have fought for. So, I'm going to ask you again, What will you do? Will you risk your life and have the courage fighting for it? Or will you allow those tyrants to reign and manipulate everything around you?